Hey guys, what's up and welcome to my Adobe Photoshop tutorial. And guys, in today's video I'm going to talk about filters in Adobe Photoshop. So guys, before getting started about filters or giving you basic explanation on them, what I think is important for you to guys to know is about smart objects. So guys, say if I'm working on a project, on a brochure that I'm making in Photoshop, and I've got this text in it, right? And I feel that that this text is way too dominant, right? And I need to kind of blur it out. So I go to filter, I go to blur dialog box or this blur category, and I go to Gaussian blur. And by the way, guys, Gaussian blur is one of the best blurs available to you in this filters or in this blur category. Okay, so I just want to say that Gaussian blur. And guys, Photoshop will give me a kind of like a dialog box or a pop-up for me. So as it says that this type layer must be rasterized before proceeding. Its text will no longer be editable. Rasterize the type. I'll say have okay or cancel. Now guys, so guys, if you are in the habit of not reading dialog boxes and you just click okay, you're gonna be in some problem, guys, because if I click okay, guys, I'm gonna get in this dialog box of Gaussian blur. I can apply the radius I want. I'm gonna crank it up a little bit. I'm gonna go for an 8 dialog box 8.4 and I click okay, guys. So take a look, guys, that now I no longer have the power to make any changes to my effect. So say I can move my text, I can change the size of the text, I can rotate the text, I can skew the text if I want, but it doesn't really give me the ability to remove this Gaussian blur. So how am I supposed to do that? So guys, I'm gonna press Ctrl Z a couple of times, and guys, in order to avoid this kind of a situation, it is always said that you should always make your this text or an image into a smart object before proceeding. And how do you make an image or your text layer into a smart object? It's basically very easy, guys. Just do a right click on the name, right? And there's going to be an option over here which says convert to smart object. Click on it and it automatically gets converted into a smart object. Now guys, for you I think a pop-up may come, but there was an option for me but don't show again. I clicked on it, I pressed OK, so it's not coming for me. It may come for you. Just press OK and everything is going to be good. Now guys, if I go to filter and if I go to blur and if I go to Gaussian blur, you can see that I get the dialog box once again. I press 8.4, like say I'm gonna take it 8, actually 8.4 is good, just to show it to you, and I press OK. Now you can see, guys, that I have the option for disabling the Gaussian blur. You can see that we have got an I and we've got this name Gaussian blur. We have an I which stands for the visibility of the effect. If I remove it, we can actually disable the effect. If I just want to see it without the effect, I want to take a look at my original text. If I put it back in, the effect gets applied. If I want to edit the effect, right, if I want to reduce the power or the intensity of the effect, I just have to do a double click on the name and I get the radius dialog box once again. I can reduce it to 3, 2.8 something, or something along those lines. I click OK and you can see that the thing gets updated. And guys, if you guys are wondering what exactly is this smart filters and this one big white kind of a rectangle in this way, some people find it disturbing and irritating. They find that it's really getting in the way, guys, of working. So all you can do is you can do a right click and you can say delete filter mask and it will go away. If I think that sometimes this kind of a filter mask, and especially, guys, when you're playing with Gaussian blur or and those kind of effects, it can come useful. For example, if I just show you one example, guys, real quick, I'm going to press a B key on my keyboard for switching to this brush tool. And guys, if I just drag one stroke of with a black color, you can see that a particular part of the whole text, guys, becomes visible and the rest part doesn't. So sometimes when you're trying to create some good interesting effects, this smart filters or the mask of the smart filter can really be useful. Okay, so yeah, this was my basic explanation for smart filters. And yeah, guys, the one more very good thing about this thing is, like, say if you want to completely change the text, okay, like say like right now I've got TS style. If I just do a double click on this TS style thumbnail, I'm gonna get transferred into a new tab where I have the TS style written, right? I'm gonna take my text tool for changing the text. If I do a double click, I'm gonna select the whole thing, and if I write tutorials, what the hell did I write? RIIALS, yeah, tutorials. If I close a tab, it's gonna ask me whether you want to save changes to the TS style PSB. If you take a no, then the changes won't be made. If you take a yes, you can see that the TS style gets changed to automatically to tutorials. So you can see, guys, that the smart filters or this convert to smart object tool can be really useful when you're working with filters, right? and that is some knowledge that you should really have. So I already know that I didn't really talk about filters for the first 5 minutes, but this explanation was really important for the beginners. Okay, so now guys, let's get started with the topic of filters and just jump into all different kind of effects. Okay guys, I'm gonna minimize and close this thing, and let's guys continue with the project that you are making. And yeah guys, for those people who are joining me from this tutorial, and if you are wondering what exactly is this project, you can take a look at my previous tutorial or my part 14th tutorial, and you'll get a link for these images and you can work along with me. So guys, we had left this image right now over here. So guys, in composing world, I had always told you to make a background copy. So this is a copy guys. Now go to select this, first change it to a smart object, convert a smart object, convert it to smart object, filter, and this time guys, instead of changing or choosing colors or filters individually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to this thing which says filter gallery. If you click on it guys, I think that this is like one of the very cool things in Photoshop. Okay, what exactly it is that it's kind of like a gallery guys that gives me a preview option, okay, for all different kind of effects that I have in this image. And wait a second, which exactly am I working with? Okay, fine, I'm working with the undone one. All right, so guys, in this left hand side guys, you have a big preview option, all right, which you can work with. Actually, I'm going to do a cancel, then I'm going to select the filter gallery once again. Yeah, so say on the left hand side guys, you have the option of previewing all your images. Okay, you have the plus and the minus keys over here. So if you want to zoom into an image or if you want to zoom out of an image, and the keyboard shortcuts also just work fine. If you press Control plus for zooming in, if you press Control minus for zooming out, and awesome. So guys, in this middle option guys, you have all sorts of different effects. So say if you want to go ahead and apply a diffuse glow, so I'll go into distort and I'll go to diffuse glow, and it gets applied automatically. Okay, so guys, if you are wondering where exactly is the effect, so on the extreme right hand side guys, you have this one whole dialog box. Below in this dialog box guys, there is a whole this blank space that gives you like this is a place guys where all your different effects which you have applied to the images get stored. So you have this option of diffuse glow, you have the eye over here which means the visibility. If you remove the eye, you'll see how did the image look before and how did it look after, meaning that how does it look without the effect and how does it look with the effect. If you want to change or tweak in the parameters for the effects, so you have the options over here, the graininess, the glow amount you can change. You can see that, and you can see guys that we have a dynamic update, I mean a live update, that kind of works in our favor. Yeah, the clear amount, you can work with that. You can change all sorts of effects guys. You can have the glass kind of an effect, which looks awesome. Ocean ripple also looks good guys. And if you ever want to apply some textures into this whole thing, then you can go ahead and apply it. Now guys, comes to the let's get to the part guys, where you want to apply multiple effects. Okay, so how do you do that? This was like we were applying only a single effect. So how do you apply multiple effects? Now guys, one way that I think is just click on this effect or like name of the effect and click on this switch, this button which says new effect layer. What it basically will do is it will create a duplicate of the underlying layer or this underlying effect. But now guys, if you select the above layer and then if you go ahead and select any other effect, you can see that it automatically gets changed to the effect that we have just now selected. So say if I have to apply a halftone effect to this mosaic tiles, so I'll go to sketch and I'll hunt for the halftone pattern, click on it, and you can see that we have this good black and white kind of an effect. But the main effect of this main value of this whole effect is you can see that we have this one, and you can see this dot to dot kind of a pattern all around the image guys. That looks awesome to me. Once again guys, if you feel that the size of the dot is way too much, you can always tweak the changes. You can take a look at the sliders over here. You have the pattern type. If you feel that that dot is not your thing and you want lines instead of dots, then you have lines. You have the circle. You can see that you can really come up with some different effects guys, right? So yeah, but now I'm gonna work with the dots effects, and guys we're gonna, and actually I'm gonna click cancel. Now guys, we're gonna work for achieving this whole effect, okay, this background effect, you can see. And yeah guys, one more good thing that I feel that filters really help you out is with like say if you have converted your object into a smart object or your image into a smart object, there's going to be an option over here which says smart filters. Below it, guys, it's going to say filter gallery. So if you do a double click onto the filter gallery, guys, automatically all your effects is going to come up, your preview option will come up. You can go ahead and change the effects if you like, and you can do all sorts of awesome things. Okay, so I just want to say that since you had the option to do it. So guys, we're going to work for achieving this kind of an effect, and it's very easy, guys. So I'm going to go to undone images. I'm going to hold down my alt key. I'm going to click on this eyeball icon for soloing the layer. Background copy. I'm going to go to filter. I'm going to go to filter gallery. Awesome, this came up again. So we already have diffuse glow applied, guys. We just have to work with the properties just a little bit. Okay, this thing looks good. Now you're going to work with the halftone pattern. Size is 1. The contrast should be increased, I think. Alright, this thing looks good. Click OK for applying the changes. And once again, guys, these are absolutely non-destructible changes, meaning that they do not get applied permanently. Smart filters, if you don't like the thing, you can always work with this for creating some good effects. This I think is kind of stupid, X kind of thing. I'm going to increase my size of the brush, and say if I just drag this one out, or say kind of like this thing kind of like looks interesting, guys, or you can always go ahead and play with the whole thing. Or say if you want to bring in the sunset, you can just softly paint with this thing. You can see I'm not really dragging the whole thing, I'm just painting with the thing. You can see how good and really nice thing you can come up with. And if you feel that smart filters are getting in your way, do a right click, delete the filter mask, and you'll get rid of it. Alright, guys, so you can see that we have got up some, what the hell is this? Wait a sec, why is this thing coming? This thing is gotta be some, that thing has to go. Alright, so I think yeah, but okay, anything I need to definitely have to do something with this. Oh no. Okay, so I'll see why is that thing coming, right? I'm gonna tell you why exactly coming in my next tutorial, okay, in which we're gonna discuss about type, or how exactly did I create this whole this kind of a text effect in Adobe Photoshop. Meaning I'm going to give you a basic explanation for okay, this thing is coming for this thing too. Alright, so I think this thing coming is not that bad either. Yeah, we just need to apply some more effects to this glass for making it look like this. Yeah guys, but I think today's tutorial was a good tutorial. Okay, please subscribe to me, please like this video on YouTube. If you guys have any other doubts, or if you want to request a tutorial on a particular topic in Photoshop or After Effects or Premiere, then my Facebook link is going to be in the description. Go ahead, add me, guys, if you want to add me. Leave me a message if you want to, and I'll make sure that I help you out, or I make your tutorial video. Okay, so thank you for watching this video, guys. Please subscribe, please like this video, and thank you, guys.